Hi, my name is Karen Mulholland. I'm an occupational therapist working with children and young people in NHS Lanarkshire. Today we're going to cover the topic of learning to ride a bike. Lots of children who have coordination difficulties struggle with this activity, so today we're going to break it down into small achievable parts. We're not going to cover road safety today, we're only going to cover the mechanics of bike riding, so please think about this when you're teaching your child to ride a bike. It's obviously always very important to wear a helmet when you're either learning to ride a bike or cycling wherever you go. You can get these fitted in any good bike shop. It's also helpful to perhaps wear knee pads and elbow pads to prevent any bumps and bruises. Some people like to use a balance bike to teach their child to ride a bike. However, you can use a standard bike and remove the pedals, hence making it into a balance bike. It's important to teach your child about how the brakes work. The left brake works at the back wheel, slowing the bike steadily. The right brake works at the front wheel and stops the bike twice as fast. It's good practice to use the left brake first so the child does not stop too quickly. It's good for a child to become familiar with how their bike works, not only with the brakes, but also learning to walk beside it initially. If you start off by just walking in a straight line, and then move on to going perhaps in and out of cones, starting and stopping along the way. This allows the child to learn their confidence with steering, starting, stopping, using brakes and negotiating basic obstacles. Getting on and off a bike can require good balance. First of all, ask your child to hold the brakes, stand beside them and get them to swing their leg over the back of the bike, ensuring they keep their hands on the brakes at all times. Children need to learn that they can use their saving reactions when going on their bike. You can help facilitate this by standing and holding the bike. Get them to lift their feet off the ground and wobble the bike gently, dropping it to one side and the other. The child will learn that if they can put their feet down, that will help them stop. The next step is to help develop steering and balance. You're trying to get your child to push with both feet to build up their speed and confidence. When they can eventually combine speed and steering, their feet will be off the ground for longer spells. You can use a piece of ground with a small gradient to help. Try not to hold on to the saddle or your child, as this does not help them develop the balance skills required. Pulling together and consolidating all the skills learned up until this point can take some time. Combining the ability to balance, steer, brake when necessary and correct yourself need lots of practice. Only when you feel they have mastered all of the above should you put the pedals back on. The final section of learning to ride a bike is being able to start it, stop it and take off. Start again on a small gradient and let the gradient get bigger and bigger as the child's confidence develops. The very final stage to learning the mechanics of riding a bike is to practice, practice, practice and have fun, fun and more fun. You can use standard ash pitches that are dotted about the place in your local community. You could use your local park, walkways. Just stay safe when you're learning to ride a bike.